We decided to take a little trip after the races today. We're going to go out to McLennan'sburg. We're going out to visit Jacob and Wayne Schaefer and see the babies. I want to see State Park's baby by Volstead. And I want to see Isa 10's. Who's she by? International Money, right. Isa 10's baby by International Money. Also, check out My Jazz. She's out here still right now, too. Who's the other one that's still out here? Did I say? My Jazz. I can't think who it is. Anyway, I'm going to check out some babies out here. Look at Jacob's babies, but also look at our babies. Now, today, a bit of an odd day with the weather. An absolute monsoon blew through in the middle of the card. Man, did it turn muddy in a hurry. It turned nasty. Now, I can't truly complain because I wasn't actually on the track when it poured rain for both races. So in that regard, I was lucky, but unlucky in the sense that we still had to race in the mud for the rest of the day. You know, with the mud suit on and then the sun came out, I know what a lobster feels like. Man, it was hot. So, to start the day at Royal Emeralds, I come off the track and I said to Tim, this filly just mentally is not mature just yet. When you look at the other fillies, and we'll talk about a couple of them in a minute, but how much they've matured and grown up and understand their work, it isn't a green shoe thing. I think it's just a Royal Emeralds thing. She just has not matured quite enough just yet. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean she's a bad horse. I think she's a nice filly, but two things are very important. One thing for sure, I think when it comes to Royal Emeralds, there's no point in going to the Poconos and racing for 20,000 and shipping all the way down there. Just race her in a maiden here for 9,000, get a 2-year-old mark on her, and probably kick her out in the field. I personally believe that's the best thing for her because she has nothing to prove right now. She can't make, I don't even think a win in the next Stallion Series. If she would win, which I don't think she could right yet, I don't think a win would even get her in the final at this point. So, a little disappointed. We're about to talk about two of our top trainers training down that just have not panned out. Amy and I were just going through the Lexington catalog Harrisburg catalog from last season. She was trying to find a horse's name that she liked. You never did find it though, did you? Or was that?
Yeah, it was Greensburg.
Yeah, it was her. Yeah, I thought so. And, to look at some of the horses that were high-priced horses that have not panned out. It's a sobering experience if you want to go through the Lexington and Harrisburg catalog from last year. Royal Emeralds has speed. She will be a nice filly. But when I match her up in my mind against the other fillies, the only place where she has not excelled was mentally. Right? You see that with her going up to the gate. In the race, she's behaved herself. But I think that mental component just isn't quite locked in place. And it's really cost her. And I feel bad for Jeff and everybody, Greg Haley, everybody involved with the filly. But truthfully speaking, she will grow up and she will become a nice filly. I think right now it's what is best for her and how do we set her up in the best way, both mentally and physically, for 2024 at this point. And she's not the only one. This is a very similar situation with Affection. I thought she raced okay today. We did scope her after. No blood, so the Lasix worked. She is coming from Kentucky on 6 days' notice. She did follow the speed well, and she didn't walk. She got beat fair and square. But again, not what we expected as we headed into 2023 in the stake season with this filly. Both her and Royal Emeralds were two of our best trainers overall on either side of the border, and neither of these fillies had really got anywhere close to where we thought or hoped they would be at this point. And that's not the end of the world. As I said, Amy had said to me at some point in the card, Philly's just flat. A couple of them were a little flat, a little bit flat, but I wouldn't say they were flat. Keep in mind, everybody has nice horses. Everybody wants to see their horses do well, and everything has to be in place to do so. Both mentally, physically, the work ethic has to be there. The talent has to be present, obviously. In many cases, they have to be versatile. You can't get away last when they go in 56 in front of you, unless you can truly trot in 54. So there are a few of our horses I want to talk about that I was pleased with, and I wasn't disappointed at all with Affection or with Royal Emeralds. They just aren't where we need them to be yet. And I don't think taking them to the Poconos is the right answer. I think that's only throwing good money after bad. Let's stay close to home. Race them once or twice in a place that could or should win. Hopefully get a 2-year-old mark on them. Turn them out in the field. Let them fill out and grow up. That's what I would do if they were mine. Now, these are discussions that I do want to have with everybody involved with those 2 horses. There's nothing to be ashamed of. They're effective horses. They're just not effective enough as is. So how do we get them to that next level? That's our job right now. So let's talk about the other fillies. Pull the shoes. If you watch the replay, 2 very important things happened today. If you watch the replay, she was into her knees a little more than usual. You can see her. If you watch her coming out of the turn, coming to the 3/8. Now I've cleared to the front. I'm trying to throttle her back. She hauls off and gives her outside knee 2 or 3 pops. You can see it. Plain as day in the video. Just keep your eye on her left foot and her right knee coming out of the turn. You can see her pop, pop. She hits it twice, settles. She's into it a little bit more throughout the mile. In the turn, she's into that right knee. Now, we had her to the point where she was good, so maybe it's just a maintenance thing. She just needs a little vet work done. Knees, maybe her feet, I don't know. But man, she wanted to get at it today. And I thought to myself, I thought I was a winner down the backstretch, and truthfully speaking, maybe it was my own arrogance, but I just thought it was going to be a cakewalk from there on in. Now, Dave Pallone's filly looked good, trotted right up and past me, and raced very, very well. $130,000 yearling, the filly of Dave Pallone's. And we scoped her after 2 out of 5 for blood. So we were at that level where I was very, very close to saying, okay, fine, whatever you think. I think, Tim, maybe you're right. Maybe we put her on Lasix. We just weren't there yet. It was like very moderate specks of blood in her last couple of races. Now, the one thing she did today that she never did before was leave. I was 3 wide going into the turn, and I thought that maybe 2 things could happen. I could put maybe Ronnie Wren's horse in a difficult position. She did end up making a break. She was 1 to 5 on the board. I could put that filly in a difficult position. This is racing. I'm out there trying to earn money. That's the way it is. So his filly makes a break, and then I thought if I did happen to get to the front, if Ronnie's horse trots through, he'd probably release me. I'd have to work a little bit for it, but I would end up in the front. He would end up in the 2-hole. It ended up being a little easier. Ronnie makes a break. I trot over to the front. I got everything my own way, and Dave Pallone came and beat me. But she was at her knees a little bit more today. There's a number of ways we can fix that. First off, why? Why was she at them today and she hadn't as much in the past, especially her last start? She was great. Now, it could be just something as simple as, well, I can tell you why. She was going a lot faster at the start the whole way. She raced great. Thought the filly raced fantastic, especially now when we get the report that she did bleed. She is now on Lasix, but the sky's the limit for this filly. I think she's got a lot to offer, and mentally she's starting to put it all together. Very, very good. I like the filly. She's a very likable horse, and I think she's going to progress into a pretty nice animal. I believe, anyway. My 2 cents. AC Swan, I see her on her. I think a monsoon blew through yesterday. In Indiana and Illinois, all the fairs were canceled. Mel Gibbs won a Mounds for All. Ronnie Wren comes up and he goes, I thought he was joking. He said, I like that Mounds for All horse. I said, what? He goes, I actually like that horse. And he had a smile on his face. And I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, do you know that I went all the way to that fair yesterday? The Indiana State Fair, 4 hours and 40 minutes from my house. It gets worse. We post-paraded. I post-paraded Mounds for All. I scored them down. They call us off the track. They said, we're going to cancel. He said, for what? They said, oh, there's a huge storm coming. He said, yeah, but it's not here yet. And they're like, no, we're going to cancel. They canceled the whole card. Ronnie had post-paraded Mounds for All. I didn't know that either. He said, I like that horse. He said, that horse felt really good. I said, well, the other guy's actually been better. He goes, I got the feeling that they thought Mounds for All was going to come forward in a big way. And he said, I liked him. I like that horse. I said, he goes, I can't. Do you know that they pushed it Wednesday? And they said, we're going to race them on Friday. Yeah, but the Indiana Sire Stakes are the following Wednesday. Oh. They're racing the horses in the Indiana State Fair and back in 5 days in the Indiana Sire Stakes. Yeah, they're literally legally not allowed to. So, Addie, turn that down, sweetheart, a little bit. So a little disappointed with that, and then Jim told me AC Swan's been acting really in heat really bad. So if they did happen to cancel, I got this distinct feeling that he wasn't going to be heartbroken over it. But Alibaba's in tomorrow, and I know he really was looking forward to racing her. He said she trained great, but then scoped it with quite a bit of mucus in her. So they were treating her up and trying to get her good. He said, but I was so surprised, Anthony. He said, she trained so good. I said, well, she's a nice horse. I said, just keep an eye on AC Swan. If you don't like her and she's not going to pan out, then so be it. 1 out of 2 is not the end of the world. And but we'll see. That's all way down the road. I don't even want to talk about that right now. Hopefully she gets to race tomorrow. I will tell you this. I'm going to talk about insider trading. We talked a little bit about Affection. I'll finish off with her. But the horse that I thought raced the best of the day, and I don't think, honey, you got to turn that down. I don't think that Flash Fly is a better horse than insider trading. Let's just get that out of the way right now. But she surprised me the most today. I thought Flash Fly was deceptively fantastic today. And you might laugh at that. Now I'll tell you why. Got away in the 4 hole. She was trotting great. They get jammed up, and she almost made. Did they chart her with a break?
No, but they had did an
I saw the inquiry,
and I was like, that's just her. I was like, that's.
I hope they didn't. I hope they didn't put an X on her line, because she really didn't make a break.
I watched the replay.
She did everything in her power to stay trotting. Got out of gear, hit her knee, got out of gear again, hit her knee again, and then just settled in like she just said enough, and just went right back to work. Because I just it was for effect. So, although Flash Fly wasn't the best filly and only finished 4th and didn't make a ton of money, I thought she raced absolutely fantastic today. Came first over, did all the work she could, worked as hard as she could, and almost ended up with a pretty big check in there. Had I stayed in, I think, maybe I would have been 3rd or something, I don't know. But I thought she raced great. Really impressed with her. Now, there's a filly that I believe is coming forward in a big way. One problem, big problem. I don't know if she can make the final, even if she goes out and wins also. So in a different situation where I actually think she can go to the Poconos and win a Stallion Series if everything goes the way it did today, and I get a better crack at them, it's right up there. Well, and it goes forever. It's massive. You know, it's massive. It goes forever. So AC's Flash Fly just really impressed me today. I thought all the fillies did what they could. I thought 2 were a little lackluster. I thought 3 raced great. And of all the fillies, the one that surprised me the most was Flash Fly. I thought she raced great, and I think she's going to have a much brighter future. You know, made that break at the gate, kind of walked in Philadelphia. You know, is she truly any good? I don't know. Maybe. She raced great today. Very impressed with her. So great job by Tim.
Look at the fields.
Look at the babies, Addie. Look at all the fields. Oh, we better show everybody. I'll give you a quick look. Tilt this way.
Oh, they're so cute.
There's the babies. You guys can see all the hills.
Right there.
There's some more babies over there. The babies right there, Addie Bear. They're too tiny, or you're too tiny? There, look at the little baby. All right, 1 second. So, Flash Fly. I'm still doing a video, turkey butt. I see them. 1 second. So, Flash Fly raced fantastic today. Really, really impressed with her. Now, insider trading, if you would have said, Anthony, was she awesome? No, she wasn't awesome. I'll tell you what she's doing. Every week she's getting more confident and more confident. I think she was maybe a hair flat today. And somebody said, well, was she okay? They can't be perfect every week. She was awesome, flying on the end of it in Philadelphia. She raced good in the Arden. And then today, listen, the filly finished 2nd. Officially in her life, she's never missed the board, right? 2 wins, a 2nd, and a 3rd. Insider trading, doesn't she? Or a win, 2 seconds, and a 3rd, something like that. I think the filly's just been great and raced great again today. That filly that beat her's no slouch, right? She's got 85,000 made now. I think like 4 wins and a 2nd. I thought she raced really, really well today. So insider trading was great. And then Affection, as I said, I wasn't disappointed. I guess deep down somewhere, I was a little disappointed. She did her work well. She did not bleed. She finished up as good as she could. She trotted in 59 probably, I guess. But raced pretty. Yeah, she raced okay. So the takeaway from today, from my point of view, is Royal Emeralds and Affection. I would like to get 2-year-old marks on them, and I think both of them can win a maiden at the Meadows. But I don't think they're ready to be Sire Stake or Stallion Series horses yet. Now, our job from here on in, if you believe me and you agree, our job moving forward will be, how do we make the best 2024 for those 2 fillies? That's my job, I believe. I'm finishing my video first. I said I'm finishing my video first. I know. She probably thinks you're a monkey with all your dirty face. So the two fillies, that's the takeaway for them. The other fillies I thought were great. They pull the shoes. I think the future is very, very bright for her. Flash Fly I thought was very good. Her best mile and impressed the hell out of me today. And Insider Trading was good. She was good. Was she very, very good? No, but she was good. So that's the takeaway for today. I'm happy. Tomorrow we got a big day. Hopefully Alibaba gets to race. Horn Player, Crantini, Kings County is racing tomorrow. Tailgate Buzz, I Forbid You is racing. Major Megan, Austral Hanover. Time is on my side. Yo Mister is also racing. Brace for Landings. Who's driving Brace? Tyler Borth? No, James isn't there tomorrow. Tyler Borth, I think, is driving Brace. Tyler Borth. What does that look for? Tyler Borth's been having a good year. I hope he doesn't watch these videos. The cranky face she just made. Tyler Borth's a good driver. So Brace for Landings Racing, JK Victory. And our girl is in tomorrow night. I've been very protective of her. I said, I want to know tomorrow. Scope her. I want to make sure she's okay. Think of Galaxies is in tomorrow. So pretty star-studded lineup as far as the stable is concerned tomorrow. We got a lot going on. A decent day today. I would say I'm always hoping for a better day tomorrow, but takeaway from today, I thought the horses raced pretty good. Pretty good. Two fillies a little flat, three were good. One finished second in the Sire Stakes. Don't complain. So, I will talk to you all soon. I hope you did have a good day. We did have a good day, except for the weather. It was really weird. Hopefully we have a great day tomorrow. Take care.